What's up, everybody? Yu-Gi-Oh 101. Uh, well, I believe I can call this like a booster pack, like review or Yu-Gi-Oh 101 card review. I guess I don't know what I'm gonna name it, but more than likely it's gonna be a card review. But nevertheless, um, I'm here to review the new cards that are coming in Legendary Collection for Joey's World. That is coming October 11th, I believe. Yeah, I was correct on that. October 11th. And again, I'm only going to be reviewing the new cards. When they do these, uh, like these legendary collections, what they do is like a bunch of reprints, and all I'm going to do is just review all the new cards that are coming in. So which are only like three, I believe, and you know that's pretty much it. Don't expect me to do no, you know, card reviews of cards that have been out in like booster packs from like years ago. First off, I would just like to say it's about damn time, Konami. I mean, y'all ain't been showing, like the homie Joey, no love. Like this dude ain't been getting any attention since like his fucking since uh his his starter deck, way back in like what 2000 what 3 possibly or 4. I'm not even sure, but it was like earlier on. He didn't get no love since then, and now they're finally deciding to release some cards in a world. I mean, in Joey's World, in Legendary Collections 4. So, looking at the list here, it's a bunch of lamb tokens. Who gives a fuck? And we have Blue Swordsman, Harpie Lady, Phoenix Formation. I think that card was in the arc of the Seal of Orichalcos. I think Joey and Mai was in a duel, and Mai had activated the Seal of Orichalcos or something like that, and then she activated Phoenix Formation, I think. And then we have Carter Last Will. So we have an effect monster, a spell card, and a trap card. So let's take a look at all of these. Okay, first up we're gonna do Flame. The Blue Flame Swordsman. At first, I didn't even know if this card was going to be ever released, but this is one of those anime cards that they finally made into an official card. Congrats, Konami! You actually did something that I personally like. But yeah, this is a Fire Warrior effect monster, level 4, attack 1800, defense 1600. Description: once per turn during either player's battle phase, you can target one other warrior type monster you control. This card loses 600 attack. If it does, that monster gains 600 attack. When this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or by card effect, and sent to your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fire warrior type monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. This card is it's not as useful as it can be, simply because of the fire warrior monsters that they have out there. Really, like the only well, all right. So there's the battling boxers. There's the elemental heroes. I believe it was like just one other archetype that this card could work. Saying in. Uh, but for some reason I can't think of it. Like it's right there on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of the name. But yeah, like it's like very few selections as to what this card can work good with. Now, the only thing that could probably help this card out is if they bring in like a new warrior fire archetype or something like that that can really use a card like this. That this can really be helpful in. Other than that, this card, it's not useless because you can get some use out of it. Within those said archetypes that I said, or you can make some type of build and really really get some use out of it, because like with the battling boxer, you pretty much get the effect that you would use from this card in in uh a switch hitter. It like revives a battling boxer from the graveyard. but you can get, like another one with this, so plus it can give them a 600 attack boost. So that's something else. So it's helpful. It's helpful, but it's very few builds that can actually use this. You know what I mean? So it's very few builds. Yeah, so moving on. So next up we have Harpie Lady Phoenix formation. And yeah. I know I've seen this card before. I think it was in that duel with uh yeah. But anyway, it's a spell, it's a normal spell card description. Uh If you control 3 or more Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady sisters, target as many monsters as your opponent controls as possible, up to the total number of Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady sisters you control. Destroy those targets. If you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack among those destroyed monsters. You cannot special summon monsters from the main deck or conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. So this is one of those cards that's just main. It's really for that final blow. It's not something that you want to use, often. I mean, you can, because you want you obviously you want your opponent to have their best monsters out when you use this, obviously. Now, is this card good? I can't really say that it is, simply because of the fact that it has like a dark hole like effect that does burn damage. You know what I mean? And it's cool that they didn't want to make it too overpowered, because on top of the fact that you're getting this dark hole, saying like effect, you do burn damage based on the monster that had the highest attack to your opponent. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, you can use that trap card that can special summon as many harpies from the graveyard as possible. I can't not. I believe it's called um uh um hysteric party or something like that. I don't play with the harpies, so please forgive me if I don't remember the name of that card, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that trap card that can special summon as many harpies from the graveyard as possible, or whatever. And yeah, like you only get to do burn damage off of one. I mean, it's helpful, but again, it's not what it could have been, which in its own way is a good thing, because you don't want this damn thing to be overpowered. Um, like, truth be told, like, it's enough that you got uh like this dark hole like effect again, just based on the amount of harpies you have on your side of the field, which isn't hard to do, really. People use, saying like Harpie Channeler, and well, actually Harpie Channeler doesn't really do anything, considering that Harpie Channeler only summons the only thing Harpie Channeler gets used for is for the damn dragon, Harpie's dragon. So yeah, it's helpful, but it's really just meant for that final blow. It's not really meant for anything else besides that. So it is easy to use, and I'm glad they balanced it out to where you can't special summon from the main deck, and use your battle and activate your battle phase, because I think that would be fucked up. So thank you, Konami, for that. Last but not least, we have Card of Last Will, a trap card. Jesus. Let's see. It says that it's a normal trap card, and it says when the attack of a monster of monsters or a monster you control becomes 0 by a card effect, draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. Well, alright. I believe there was some of the reptiles that can use this. The reptilians or whatever that archetype is. It's also some cards that can make the attack of a monster 0. So this is just meant for like that draw boost, It's not difficult to use at all. Like I said, there's cards in this game that can make your monsters attack 0. I can't remember the name of them exactly, but I do remember their effects, and they have those cards in this game that can, turn your monster's attack from, what I'm saying, like what it is, all the way down to 0. It'll bring it down to 0, and you can draw until you have 5 cards. So this is good for that uh that last minute hope, or that card can't even be used in a damn duel. So what the hell? It's forbidden. Look at that. So it really wasn't no sense in me even like reviewing this. Like, it says that it can't be used in a duel, supposedly. I don't know if they're going to change that or not, but you know, um, yeah, but it can't be used in a duel, so I can't really say for sure. But as it stands right now, it like I said, like maybe they will change it. I don't know, but Carter Last Will can't be used. It seems like so. Guess we'll just leave that one alone. I mean, that's good, but yeah. So really, the only 2 cards is usable. So why the hell would they give you a card you can't use? That should be bothering the hell out of me, and I'm pretty sure other people feel the same way. Why would you put a card in the game that can't be used, especially in like a legendary collection? What is the purpose of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like what if you're one of these people that don't really get the, what I'm saying, like all these card updates, and you just find out about the booster pack, and on the advertisement, what I'm saying, like they're not going to tell you that these cards can't be used. So when you see it and you go out there and buy it, and you get the card, all of a sudden you're like, man, I can use this. And then you find out later on that the card can't be used. You're like, man, I spent my money on this shit for nothing. Really, like, that's fucked up, man. But yeah, as far as Blue Flame Swordsman and Harpie Lady Phoenix formation, I feel that Blue Flame Swordsman, it's useful, but only in like certain builds. Because like I said, there's not many decks that can use it. Like, it's a very limited selection of builds that can use this card, because it targets fire warrior monsters. Now, so like had it just been fire monsters, I would say that it would see more play, because obviously fire monsters are being played, um, and this would have been one of those helpful cards. But I guess because of the damn dragon rulers, they just didn't want to take that damn chance, like, or whatever, saying like the case may have been. But yeah, it's only like a few builds that can really use this, because I know how the people in like, I know how the people in Yu-Gi-Oh think. They not gonna, like, the average person in Yu-Gi-Oh that plays it, they're not gonna try to make something on their own. What they're gonna do is like, those people are gonna net deck, and they're just gonna use some strategy that somebody else used and they posted online. So I'm not expecting to see this card have any play, really. So yeah, I mean, it can be used, and I can see it being helpful in like a tight spot, because any type of card that can give an an attack boost is always helpful. It's always helpful, and plus, you can banish this, and you can revive a fire warrior type monster from your graveyard. So so like that's always helpful as well. So, and Harpie Lady Phoenix formation, again, it's good for that final blow. Really nothing else to it. You get to pop every, you know, like all the monsters on your opponent's side of the field up to the number of Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady sisters that you control. But you can't attack, and you can't special summon from the main deck, not the extra deck, the main deck. So yeah, eat that, Harpie's Channeler. So overall, I say that this is like a pretty kick in the balls, like a pretty good kick in the balls. You have unless they follow up with some new cards that can take advantage of these, you know, because like I said, Blue Flame Swordsman, I can't really see it getting any play these days. Like unless somebody was just trying to be creative, but like I said, the average person in Yu-Gi-Oh, they just run with archetypes and they just run with net decks all day. So I'm not expecting to see Blue Flame Swordsman get any play anytime soon. You know, and Harpie Lady Phoenix formation, I'm pretty sure people are going to try to work that into their Harpie Lady builds because I've been seeing a lot of Harpie Ladies builds, you know, lately. You know, like I ran into like my fair share of Harpie Lady builds, you know, so like just this week alone. And yeah, I can see that card getting some play. Um, but yeah, that's it. But it's fucked up that card of the last will is, you know, like that card can't be used. But again, like really, what's the purpose of even making those cards? I don't understand. Seriously. I mean, now the monsters I can get, you know, because they're, you know, ultra rares and they're, you know, these cards are given as prizes, you know, so they can't be used or whatever. But card of the last will, this is coming in legendary collection. I mean, come on. Why would you give us a card that we can't use? That's dumb shit, man. Anyway, yeah, so link to this entire list will be in the description. You guys can check it out, and I will see you guys for the next card review. Peace.